But then not announced during the E3 Nintendo Direct, they announced a surprising title for the 3DS/2DS/new 3DS/new 3DS XL/new 3DS. Did I ever say that?
/new 2D. I don't know. Anyways,
all the 2DSs and 3DSs.
Yes, Metroid. Return of Samus or
Samus Returns.
They've swapped it around. A remake of Metroid 2 on the original Game Boy. I think that shocked a lot of people.
And why wasn't that part of the? I guess they wanted to keep them just all Switch games during the original Nintendo Direct.
Actually, I thought that was announced during the Nintendo Direct. Fairly certain that was.
Was it?
Yes. Yeah, actually, almost entirely certain that was announced during the Nintendo Direct.
Okay.
And yeah, because that was announced first. Huge news. That was the thing that got everyone excited. It's interesting that they're continuing to show the 3DS support. I'm actually one of the people who's not upset that they're continuing to show the 3DS support.
It's a different market still.
They promised that they would show the 3DS support through 2017, and Nintendo's sticking to their word. I think that's commendable.
People sold so many of these. Why they wouldn't just toss it aside?
People are asking why isn't this on Switch? Well, this was probably in development before. There's a lot of reasons why.
Let's talk about it real quick. Looking at the gameplay, it's cool. You have the map on the bottom screen. On the top, you have the gameplay. That's really, really smart to do. Obviously, you have two screens to work with.
And this, obviously, I think, answers why they went after... I mean, Nintendo probably would have gone after it anyways, but this is...
But this is your first prime example, pardon the pun, for Metroid. Why they have to go after this stuff.
Yeah, such as... why they have to go after the remakes, such as another Metroid 2 remake.
Yes.
And they have to protect their intellectual property. If this was in the works, or if this was something that they had an idea of that they wanted to do...
If this is coming out September this year. This was in development when they shut that down. Absolutely. Because that was less than a year ago they shut that down.
Right. So they had to. My concerns for the game, one major one, is that it's being done by Mercury Steam, who ended up trashing the Castlevania reboot, especially with the one that was done on the 3DS. They did a 2D Castlevania tie-in, 2D 3D tie-in to the console relaunch of Castlevania, Lords of Shadow.
Okay.
And they also, I believe, they were the ones who did the Part 2, which was not favorably reviewed, and they also did the 3DS game, which was fucking trashed. I mean, panned. And they're in charge of this game. So that could potentially not bode well. And, if it doesn't and it doesn't sell, that's only bad for Metroid fans. So my hope here is that Nintendo's not just schlocking something out that's going to suck to keep them happy. It shouldn't be hard to do a good remake of a game that was already pretty damn decent to begin with.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at there's like small mini cutscenes in here. It's going to be obviously 3D. You have the map system there. Yeah, if you're building on a game that's beloved already, in a franchise that it's all laid out for you, just updating graphics, it is kind of hard to screw it up. It's laid out for you.
Should have been hard to screw up Castlevania.
Sure, but being that they had almost an hour of footage shown, yeah, this has been developing for a long time. This isn't something they just thought of after seeing that remake.
It comes out after obviously it comes out in September, so
yeah, so this is just about done. You think if they're showing that it's 50 minutes, this is probably just about completed, for the most part. So that's a surprise. It gives that maybe this is the one last hurrah for the 3DS in terms of Nintendo first party stuff, where it's like, okay, here you go, we love ye 3DS, you guys have helped us be our most successful. Is it the most successful handle for Nintendo? Was it 3DS?
Yeah, I'm almost positive it was.
Standing on its own iteration, including the 5 subgenre types or subtypes of it. But good 7-year run for the 3DS, right? And they'll probably still have some games next year as well. That'll probably close it out.
Yeah, probably some JRPGs that'll trickle down.
So it'll be the JRPG handheld. We'll look back fondly in 20 years. We'll do our hidden gems of the 3DS slash new 3DS slash 2DS slash new 3DS XL and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.